If Hezbollah initiates a war against Israel, the U.S. military will join the IDF in fighting the terrorist group.
Not true.
Not true?
That was never said.
Do you think there's a lesser chance now that Israel won't go in and into Gaza, and that can be averted?
We had a long talk about that and what alternatives there are. Our military is talking with their military about what the alternatives are, but I'm not going to go into that either.
Did you find Bibi receptive to the humanitarian argument you made? And
yes.
Was there any pushback from him, or you felt that you were able to get across that?
Well, we've had a number of discussions on this. It's not new. Look, I don't know what you picked up in Israel, but I got no pushback. Virtually none. Let me say it again. I got no pushback.
From the Israelis or from all the partners here?
All the partners. Virtually none. And this is, look, it's any rate, but I'm hopeful we can get some Americans out as well of Gaza, and I'm hopefully we can continue to work toward getting other Americans out through other means as well.
Can you talk about the impact of meeting the survivors and the first responders?
That's all personal. Look, I spent an hour and a half about with 17 or 18 before some of them, and I don't know how to say this. Virtually every mass shooting, every circumstance where a large number of people have been victimized and lost, I've spoken with them. I learned a long time ago, which you've all learned in your lives as well. When someone's going through something that is beyond their comprehension that they ever thought they'd have to go through, if they see someone who they think understands or maybe been through something not the same but similar, it gives them some sense of hope. And I always get criticized sometimes by my staff because when I go to these events, I stay for 3 and 4 hours and answer all their questions. But it matters. It matters a lot. And look, I'm talking, some of you have gone through a hell of a lot more than I've gone through, and a lot more than other people have gone through. And you understand. So it's just people are looking for just something to grab, something that gives them some sense of hope. And that's, if I can do a little bit of that, then it's, it's worth doing. It was done for me. So.
Do you think it was necessary for you to come here to get this deal done? Was the in-person diplomacy aspect really important here?
What do you think? I'll let you answer that.
You joked about the House. Do you have any view of Jim Jordan and his predicament?
Do I have any what?
Do you have a view of Jim Jordan's current predicament and unable to secure the speakership?
I ache for him. No. Zero. None.
Mr. President?
How about the hospital, sir? People all over the region are upset about the hospital and don't necessarily believe you or the Israelis that they didn't have anything to do with it. Do you have a message to the people in the streets right now?
Well, I can understand why in this circumstance they wouldn't believe. I can understand that. But I would not, you notice I don't say things like that unless I have faith in the source from which I've gotten it. Our Defense Department says it's highly unlikely that it was Israelis would have had a different footprint and have intercepted some. Anyway, so that's why, if you notice, I didn't say it first. I wanted to make sure that I knew. And look, and I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, got to know how to shoot straight. And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function very well. So I don't know all the detail, but I do know the people at the Defense Department who I respect, and the intelligence community that I respect, the be highly improbable that Israel did that.
Mr. President, are the Israelis operating within the rules of war that you talked about last week being so important?
Good talking to y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.